Hello, how are you? Hi, welcome. My name is April with Grab Your Glam, and we are going to do a makeup and eyeshadow tutorial today. So, I'm gonna give everyone a second to hop on. Hi, Jill. I'm gonna clean my brush real quick while I'm giving everybody a second. Oh, I am so not happy with this cold weather. I know it's only February. My husband keeps reminding me of that, but I'm ready for spring. Anybody else? I just want to ride my motorcycle, to be honest. It sounds so bad, but oh, hi, Megan. Poor Megan's way. Hi, Danielle. Way up in Canada, like as close to Greenland, Iceland. Correct me, Megan. I'm sure I'm getting it wrong, but she's like way up there. And they just got like an absolute record-breaking amount of snow. So literally, I cannot complain, but I do anyway. Megan, how much snow did you guys end up getting? It was insane. All right, while we're waiting for Megan to tell us that, I am going to, okay, you can get, Doug just got back from Minnesota. How bad was it? Hi, Dusty. Okay, so you can't get this right now, so don't hate me, but it will be back. This is our setting spray. It's called Stay Spray. This is the old packaging. I'm near Greenland. Okay. I was right. And how much snow did you guys just get? Yeah, she sent us pictures. It is absolutely insane. So Megan is another mascara artist. She lives in Canada, in Newfoundland, up by Greenland. And we met at conference last year. There are a group of, how many are there? 8 of us? 7 of us? I never count myself, so I always say 7, but I think the whole group of us is 8. And we're like soul sisters, like legitly. But anyway, this is our Stay Spray. I love to use it as a primer before. Oh my gosh, you're speaking Canadian. Okay, 50 centimeters with 100-kilometer winds. Drifts of snow here with 10 feet in our city shut down completely for 7 days. That is insane. I literally cannot complain. Like, I was riding our motorcycle over the weekend, so I'll stop complaining now, but still, spring. Okay. Don't open your mouth while that's still, like, misting, but it smells amazing. It smells like a day at the beach. It feels like you're standing a little too close to Niagara Falls, like on the May the Mist, but it smells amazing. But anyway, the sprayers on the new packaging weren't up to our standards, so we're having them fixed. So they are pulled right now off the website, but they will be back. So I just spray that on, let it set for a minute, and then I go to work. So right now, if you have been on our website, you will see that a whole slew of products are not available. The reason that is we are improving. We are moving warehouses to ship out of, and it is going to make our shipping process even more amazing. Normally our shipping process is incredibly fast, and it's going to get even faster. But right now, while we're moving, they're in the process of moving half of our stock from the old warehouse to the new warehouse, and while it's moving, it's not available. So that's why the website looks like we've literally sold out of everything. That's actually not the case. It's just not available while it's in movement. So if you look and you're like, what the crap? That's what's going on. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna color correct all this craziness that I had going on. And I'm gonna do that with this color called Goddess under my eyes. And I'm using this Best Blend Forever brush. This is a brush that actually Jill won like a while ago, and I just forgot to give it to her, and I uncovered it on my desk. So I'm gonna bring it. Oh my good Lord, 90. Well, I have to look up the difference, like what that would be in American terms, but it still seems like a whole heck of a lot of snow. Well, I know it was because I saw the pictures. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm taking the small end of this Best Blend Forever and I'm taking a very light layer. And then I'm even tapping that light layer in. And what that does is making sure that it does not settle into any fine lines and it's not too heavy. Now you'll see that's like a super orange color, but the reason that it works so well is that I have a bluish purplish undertone under my eye, and as we all know on the color wheel, blue cancels purple. So it's really good to know your color wheel when it comes to makeup, to know what's going to help cancel those colors. And you'll see that I went a little bit outside my bag, and we do that to make that correction more seamless and make it less noticeable that you corrected just that area. Okay, so we've got that on, we've got that patted in. It's a really light layer. I'm going to take that same small end, I'm just going to swipe it on a paper towel a little bit, and then I'm going to dip into this color Bella. It's actually a bronzer. And I don't want something quite so orange to cover my redness, because my redness isn't blue, it's just straight red. So I want something more brown for that. Now don't get all like worked up like, oh my gosh, I need to know all this color science. Girl, that's what you got me for, okay? And most people don't have this much redness. I've got some autoimmune issues that I'm dealing with that causes a lot of different colorations in my face. So that's why I do this. Plus I have access to all these products, so why the heck not, right? So there we go. Now I can flip over to the big side because all of our brushes are double-ended. Makes it super, super convenient and cost-effective. And I'm going to be dipping into both of these products. These are Goddess and White Peach. And when I say dipping in, I'm literally just going here and then here. And that's what I'm going to use for my all over color. Okay? And here's what I do. It's super simple. Now what I could do, if I wasn't lazy and didn't want the fastest face I could get, is put my contour on here and here, and then put my all over highlight color on around my contour, because, thank you, it just came back in stock. Because all of these products have coverage, so you don't actually need to put it on in layers. You can put one on and then go around it for the other one, so you don't have to use layers. I just like to have a fast face, so, and because the makeup isn't heavy, it's such a light coverage anyway, I don't mind it. So I'm just blending this in. We do blend down the neck because it's not the 90s. And we want to make sure that we do that. I see that I did go over where I color corrected. We don't want to leave that orange and brown. We want to go over it. So if you are just a girl that wants highlight and you don't want to get into contouring, that's okay. It won't give you that kind of 3D chiseled look. That's totally fine. You can literally have your face done in like 2 minutes. And that's awesome. I like the full 3D look. So I go on and contour. I think most women do. There are some women that just really aren't comfortable with it, and to them it's not something that they want, so they just stick with a highlight. Hi, Michelle. And go with that. That's totally fine. I'm never gonna push you in a product that you're not comfortable with or don't want. Okay, so there's my all over highlight and color correction. Now I'm going to move on to contour. I'm again just kind of swiping this off onto a paper towel to get any excess product off before I move on to my next color, which is indigo contour right here. And so I'm gonna start back here at my ear. I'm gonna come right under my cheekbone. I know. It sounds crazy to me to not want to kind of chisel and shape your face, but I mean, I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life, so. Okay, as you can see that I'm just coming right under the cheekbone. I'm going down towards my mouth. And I'm not going super heavy with it. If you're not used to contouring, it may look heavy to you, but know that this is getting blended in a minute. I'm doing the same thing with my jawline. I'm coming right under my jawline, starting at my ear, coming towards my mouth. Now I have these gel things, so I stop here, I don't continue down. I know, isn't it cute? We had these made, all of my 7 girls I was telling you about a minute ago. Michelle is one of them. So since I have gels, these fun little things, if I continue down my chin, it would make these more visible. So I don't want to make those more visible, so I stop here. Okay, we're gonna do this side. This is my biggest challenge with contours, just making sure my 2 sides match, honestly. I don't know if anyone else has that problem, but maybe I'm just challenged in that way. See, this one's higher. Okay, and we're doing the jawline, stopping at that jowl, kind of moving it down to blend into our neck just a tiny bit. Okay, one side I always do better than the other, yeah. All right, so I've just shaped my face a little bit, given it some dimension. My cough drop ran out, but don't worry, I have water right here. This back and forth weather, like it gets warm, it gets cold, it gets warm, it gets cold, and like everyone in Indiana has a cough. It's ridiculous. Okay, so I'm going to come back to this white peach, which is what I just mixed with Goddess to do my all over color. Now I'm gonna use it to brighten. So I like to pop a little bit of it right here under my contour. Just helps my contour pop a little bit more, and everyone's a little bit whiter down on their neck. So it just helps bring their neck in as well. I like to put it here. Helps that define that area a little bit. I like to put it between my eyes and on my forehead here. You want to keep like a triangle of light to keep the center of your face brighter. This is essentially what I'm doing. And then I'm going to take this same small side and I'm going to squish it. I'm going to put it in that contour and I'm going to contour my nose. So the reason I contour my nose is, one, I've broken it a few times, so it's not exactly straight anymore. And I don't like how it bulges out at the end. I want a nice slim nose, and mine was not born that way. So I contour mine to make it look straight again and to make it look a little more slim at the end. I've considered trying to contour my whole body, but figured my husband would make fun of me and get on my clothes, and they don't sell it in larger tins, so we're just sticking to the nose. So again, nose, any of this is optional. Like, you don't have to contour your nose. If you already have a slim straight nose, or you are happy with how your nose looks, skip this part. It's totally up to you. So what I did is I, one, made it a lot thinner. And two, so now I'm gonna take my pinky and I'm just gonna take that white peach and I'm gonna run a really thin line of white peach right down that center. And that's going to draw anyone who's looking at you, it's gonna draw their eye to that lighter center. And that's going to give that appearance that that's how thin your nose is. That's true, they do. And I make fun of them, so I really should not even consider contouring the rest of me. Okay, so there is nose contour. And don't worry, like I said, I still have blending to do, so this is not gonna be the end of it. Hi, Bree. Yeah, it is amazing. Like, contour is like amazing stuff. Okay, so I still need to brighten under my eyes, but I like to do my lip and cheek first. So I'm gonna do that first. And I'm like so obsessed with the color Frenchie right now. It's like one of my absolute favorites. But with the eyeshadow that I'm doing today, I feel like I want to do something a little different than Frenchie. So, I think I'm gonna go with Plum and Black Cherry. So, Black Cherry is this one right here, and it's a gloss. You can kind of see, well, one, that I like it a lot, but two, that it's glossy. And then this is Plum. So when I use a gloss, I like to use a plum with it kind of as a base. And that way it, for me, just goes on better. I don't have oily skin, and glossy lip and cheek colors go on better, from what I understand, on gals with oily skin than they do gals with normal or dry skin. So I never thought I could use the lip and cheek, glossy lip and cheeks successfully and in a way that I like, until I tried mixing it with a more flat lip and cheek matte. So now that I tried that trick, I love it, and the sky's the limit on our lip and cheeks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just dip a little bit into Plum and then straight into Black Cherry, and you're gonna see how gorgeous this color is. Okay, so our lip and cheeks are quite pigmented, so go slow and build up. You can see I'm running it right along that contour line. And I like to bring my lip and cheek up. That gives the illusion that my face is longer, rather than if I had brought it straight back, it would make it seem shorter. So if you already have a long face, you want to bring yours straight back. If you have a little bit more round face, you want to bring it up. Okay, now you may be thinking to yourself, I thought she said she was gonna go slow, and that's pretty bright. It is, but remember, we're not blended yet, so some of this product is gonna be picked up. Also, you can see there's a very distinct line where this is. I prefer to not have a distinct line there. So what I do is I come back with my two all over colors and I blend that line. So I'm just kind of softly buff into that line with those two colors on my brush to kind of soften and take that line away. I much prefer that look. And then if you feel like it took too much, you can always go in. I like to go right on that bottom, right where you make your contour, and just kind of drama it up right there. So the good thing about creams, if you mess up, you feel like you went too far down or too far anywhere, whatever, all you have to do is take the previous color and go over it and cover it. It's pretty great. Like, it's so easy to just fix things. Okay, so now that I've done that, I can brighten under my eye. And so again, I'm coming into this white peach with the small end of my Best Blend Forever. I have not put this brush down yet. I've used this the whole time for what I've done to my face so far. So I'm gonna come right here in the corner, come down along this line where my bag is, and bring it up. So again, because my face has already fallen, because I'm almost 43 years old, and that's just what happens when we get older, I want to bring everything up to make it appear that it's not, okay? And then, again, when we correct, we want to slightly exaggerate that shape. Now you'll notice I did not re-dip and pick up any more product. I only used what was on my brush originally. You don't want a ton of product under here. And again, just like I did when I color corrected, I'm tapping that in to make sure it's not settling in fine lines and I don't have a ton of product. But look at the difference between my eyes. Huge difference. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other one. Excuse me. And bring it up and exaggerate it down a little bit, and then come right in my bag area, only with the excess. Now, obviously, if you're a little bit younger than I am, you don't have to be quite so careful in this area. But because I'm older, I don't want anything settling into any fine lines, making me look any older than I am. If you're younger, you don't have those, so you don't have to be quite so careful. But you will eventually be my age, so it's always good to know. Okay, so now I've brightened there. So now I am going to switch brushes really quickly. I'm going to grab this B² brush or blush bronzer. It's snowing. Sorry, I have a window over here and it just caught my eye. This is a brush. This is why we call it B². The blush and bronzer brush. Good grief. Anyway, I'm using this big fluffy one. I'm going to put it in Bella bronzer. It's our cream bronzer. We do have a powder bronzer as well. It's on its way to me eventually. All right, so I'm going to start right up here at my hairline, And I am just swirling this on, bringing it down to my temples. Yeah, Elsa's in town. Elsa can leave town. Actually, I have a senior that wants part of her senior portraits in snow, so. And we haven't really had much, so she may be calling me. Okay, so I've got some around there. I'm gonna come right on the top of my cheekbones. I'm gonna bring it down. And then when I have a shirt that you can actually see my chest, I include it in all this because we want everything to blend. Yeah. Okay, so I've warmed myself up, I've color corrected, given myself, you know, a straight, thinner nose, some definition, some cheekbones, made myself look skinnier and not dead tired. So now it's time to blend all these crazy lines away. And we do that with this squishy pink ball called the Perfector sponge. She got a bath this morning. I didn't bring it out, but I can post a link to it. You can get it at Ulta. I strongly recommend it. You need to wash this every couple days, at least. They need to be replaced every couple months. And so I got it all nice and wet, obviously, because I washed it. But even if I hadn't, I would have gotten completely wet and then wring it out really well. And then I wring it out again in a paper towel, and that's where it's been this whole time I was getting my makeup ready. So now it's damp and ready to be used. So I'm just gonna come along here and start blending everything. So what this is doing is blending away all those lines that I made, but it's also picking up any excess product that I have on my skin. And that's super important because if you don't pick up excess product, you can be sticky, it can feel heavy, it's not gonna stay on your face as well. You're gonna have transfer like on your phone and on your clothes and things like that. And you're just not gonna get the kind of experience that you should be getting with the makeup. So if you're having experiences like that, you're putting it on too heavy and you're not blending it off. Now, with that being said, you can also blend too much. So if you're blending, and then you're like, where'd my contour go? I know I put blush on. Why do I look like I don't have any makeup there? It's because you blended it all off. Like, you can blend too much also. So there's a fine line. Once you see those lines go away, once you feel like, oh yeah, that feels right, like it's not heavy, you don't feel like the sticky on your skin anymore, like stop blending. That's when you know you got it. Okay, so we're good, we're blended, looking pretty. Now I like to use some sort of setting powder. We've got vanilla dust, it's fantastic. I personally prefer a loose setting powder. You can actually make vanilla dust into a loose setting powder if you want. And how you do that is you take your vanilla dust, which mine's right here, and take the hotline brush, which is this guy right here, has this spoolie on the end, and you can just lightly go over your vanilla dust like that, and it creates a loose powder. And then you can take your power powder brush and just use it that way, okay? I personally really love this powder. It's by Hourglass. It's called Mineral Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I, for whatever reason, cannot keep makeup on my nose. Now, this makeup is by far better than any other makeup I've ever tried at keeping on my nose. But I would still, if I would have something brush against my nose, there would be a little bit of transfer. And it drove me insane because you saw how red my nose was. And I would have this flawless face and then a dot on my nose of red. And I'd be like, oh. So I started doing some research. A friend told me, one of my other girls in Canada told me about this powder. And yeah. Okay, two things. One, it's expensive as heck. This thing is $46. But I also have to go to the mall to get it because they only sell it in Sephora. And if you're from around here, you know the only Sephora here is in the mall. But it is worth it. I'm a face toucher. I ride a motorcycle with a helmet. And this stuff keeps my makeup on my face, even with my helmet, even with me being a face toucher, even with my crazy nose. This stuff keeps everything in place. So for me, it's worth $46 every 5 or 6 months it takes me to go through this. For anyone else that has a normal face with normal hobbies, Vanilla Dust is perfect. Okay, so what you obviously saw me put that on. I did use our Power Powder brush. Now I let it sit and kind of slightly bake to my face while I do my brows. So again, I grabbed the Hotline brush. I groomed them with the spoolie end. Now I am going to fill them with the, whatever this end is called, using Cocoa eyeshadow. Okay, so I am not a brow expert. I just use short hair-like strokes and follow my natural shape. Okay, bye Megan, thank you. So, like, I know the general rule, it shouldn't go, like, it should go to here, your arch should be around here, and it shouldn't go any further than here, like. That's about my extent of brow knowledge. So. I do have, my other brow is like the redheaded stepchild of the family, my face. So typically once I get this one done and looking all right, and then I do the other one, I have to go back and play with this one. But we shall see how it all plays today. I don't know if y'all have dogs, but mine always decides that someone's coming to murder us when I go live. All the other ones sitting in here snoozing like, you know, we're not all getting murdered. Thank you. I did not even like pluck my brows or anything until I was like in my 20s. I just never, I don't know. No one ever told me to, so I didn't. So I had like, seriously, like the Cindy Crawford brows that were like, whoa. And then I plucked the crap out of them because no one told me not to. Trust me guys, I was not always like good at this stuff. come out too bad today. So now I'm using the fluffy end. It's the same thing I did bronzer with a minute ago. And I'm just getting all that powder off and also the fallout from doing my brows. I'm just brushing that off. Okay. So this is the second time that I use our Stay Spray. So I used it in the very beginning as a primer, and now I'm going to use it as a set for my makeup and also a primer for my shadow. Okay. All right, so the eye look that I am doing for you girls today just went away. Let me find that. It is this one. This is the one that like everyone seemed to love. Hopefully you can see that. So I'm going to do that for you today. I am going to change it up a little bit from how I did it last time because I didn't really agree with the products that they used. One of the shadows that they used, because I didn't feel like it looked exactly like the inspo eye. So I have all those colors with me. I went ahead and brought them, but I brought a different one that I feel like will make it look more what that eye looks like. So we shall see. So the colors that we're going to use today are Unicorn, Cupcake, Bubba, and Kin, and then I'm going to use Stardust instead of Graceland. Hi Ashley, how are you? How's that baby? She's getting so big. I see Tim is walking again after his surgery, so it's good. Okay. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do, excuse me, gracious. All right, I'm gonna start with Bubba. So Bubba is this kind of orangey-ish color, and I'm gonna come in with the blend and tap brush. And I'm gonna come right here in my crease. I'm just gonna run it in there and slightly up. Now I have a little bit of a hooded eye. So if you notice, like if I just left it there, you wouldn't really see anything. So what I do is I bring it up a little bit. So when I open my eye fully, you can still see that I actually have something there. So if you don't know if you have a hooded eye or not, test it. Put a little bit of eyeshadow on and see how high up you have to bring it before you actually see your eyeshadow. This is the Eyeshadow Everything brush. This is the brush that's being given away in Jill's class right now. If you participate, you get drawings into it. So this is the Eyeshadow Everything. This is the most amazing blending end I've ever seen. Honestly, I'm like a self-confessed brush whore. Sorry, I'm not sure who else on here. So, but like I'm so picky about my brushes, like all my brushes, face brushes, eye brushes, it doesn't matter. I've used a ton of different ones. I forgot to bring my thing out so I could actually clean my jewelry. It drives me crazy I had dirty jewelry. I've used a ton of different brushes. I paid a lot of money for different brushes just to have them like shed. Oh my gosh, make me so mad. And so honestly, I didn't have a lot of high hopes because I've used other MLM companies' brushes and they weren't good. Like, they were not good quality brushes. So I bought them because, you know, I was selling the makeup and they came in the kit, honestly. And I was like, well, So I tried the brushes, and oh my gosh, you guys. These are, hi Terry, these are the best brushes I've ever used. Like, I've bought the $60, $80 brushes. These blow them out of the water. And I would not lie to you. Just like I just told you, I prefer Mineral Veil over Vanilla Dust for me. Look, I'll play it straight with you. I really will. Just looking at my eye to see how I need to do this. These brushes have exceeded every single expectation I ever had of them and every other brush I've ever used. Not gonna lie. They are incredible. And these eyeshadows. I've tried a lot of eyeshadows. And these are the best I've ever tried. And I love that you don't have to buy a palette of a bunch of colors you won't use. I have a lot of those. Actually, I gave them away because they make me mad. Even though I spent a lot of money on them. Or I've built them with other MLMs and then had to buy the compact to put them into. Another great thing about Mascara Beauty is you don't have to buy the compact. As long as you fill it up, you get it for free. That's such a money saver. Okay, so this is Kin that I'm putting in my crease to deepen it. And then I'm bringing it on my outer V and lid. Kin is so pretty. Look at that color. So pretty. I never would have thought that orange and purple went together, but oh, they're gorgeous. Excuse me. Make sure that Baba still has its day up here. Over that. Okay. Oh, pick up my eyeshadow, everything I just dropped. All right, so now I'm gonna come with Cupcake, which is that guy right there. It's kind of a creamy color. So lighten up here. This is my multitasker brush. And then I like to add, this wasn't called for in the design, but I love to add a little bit of shimmer right at my brow. So I'm going on top of Cupcake with Unicorn, which is this white shimmer. Can you see the difference between the two? Okay, so this is where they would have put Graceland here, which Graceland is this big glitter shadow. I'll show you what it is. It's gorgeous. I absolutely love Graceland. I use it a lot, but I didn't feel like it was the right one for this. This is Graceland right here. Okay, but this does, oh, you can't see that. That does not look like they use Graceland. So I'm gonna try Stardust. I feel like this is a better match. And when we have shimmers like this, I like to put them on with my finger. To get that real like glossy shimmer out of them. And then I'm gonna come in with Kin and put it back over to get some of that purple back. Excuse me. But I feel like that is a much closer representation of that eye than using glitter, a big glitter. That's so pretty. All right, so again, this is Stardust applied with my finger. And then I went back over it with Kin to pick up that purple again. And brighten it up just that center. Yeah. So a really good way to kind of deepen, like if I want Kim, but I want it a lot deeper here, just switch brushes. So this brush, this is the smaller end of that eyeshadow everything. This is gonna help you get a deeper tone of Kin. What? What can you not do? So now, close one eye. Oh, yeah, I know, it freaks people out. Okay, so I'm gonna bring Kin down here under my eye. Yeah, they really don't like it when I do it really slow and give like the broken doll effect. They're like, ew, stop it. And then I'm gonna grab Stardust and put it right here in this corner. Because I love putting shimmer right in the corner of my eyes. It just makes it so pretty and bright. Okay. Yes, I love that. That's so pretty. Okay. Make sure everything's blended. Okay. For those of you that have heard me say, if you are over like the age of 23, you really shouldn't wear a powder illuminator. Let me just tell you, I was wrong. I will admit it. I was wrong. Okay, so we have several powder illuminators, but the one that everyone goes gaga over is called Glamazing. And it's right here. So first of all, these are gorgeous. I'll swatch them for you. Okay, so this is Glamazing. I mean, seriously. Like, my camera can't even pick it up. It's so, like, bright and shiny. This one is Photoshop. Gosh, dang it. Come on. This one's Pinky. Can you see it? Is it picking it up at all? This one is, I always get these two mixed up. Yeah, this one's Goldie, and it's golden. And this one is Georgia, and it's more of a coppery color. I hope you guys can actually see those. Let me see. There, now can you see them? So the first one's Photoshop. There. Sorry, Glamazing, then Photoshop, Goldie, and Georgia. Okay, and then the one I'm gonna be wearing is Starlit. And it's going on top. So it's right here. And it's almost like holographic, the one I'm putting on. There, you can see it. Look at those things. They're so beautiful. But, like, I've used all of them. But it never fails. Every single time I use Glamazing, I look like a freaking idiot. Like, it ends up in some big swatch that I cannot blend out to save my life. I've literally taken my whole face of makeup off and redone it. And I just gave up using them. But one day I used Georgia successfully, and I think I was able to do it because it's closer to my skin tone, so you couldn't really see it. And I was like, I want to be able to use these. This is ridiculous. So I tried Starlit, and I think it's just because it's a lot more subtle. I am in love with it. Look at that. It's so pretty. And if it still looks ridiculous, just don't tell me, okay? Because I love it. It's so pretty. But you can literally use any of them. Like, I just, for whatever reason, I cannot make Glamazing work for me. But this, I'll probably regret this. I've never done this. You can even on your nose. So anyway, that is Illuminator. Okay, lips, and we're done. We're out of here. I'll let you go. Okay. Lippies, what should we do for lips? So the first thing I do for lips is pretty much always will line them in contour, which my contour is Indigo. It's the one I like to use most, even when I'm not using it for contour. That's the one I use to line my lips. Thank you. I can't remember, do you have any illuminator still? Oh my gosh, I can't forget mascara either. No. Illuminators are also good to use on your eyes. You can use them like at your brow and in your inner corner. I've even used them as eyeshadows. That's what I love about lining my lips. You can actually see that I have them. Yeah. Which one was your favorite gel? All of them. All right, so I just lined my lips in Indigo Contour, which I'm not gonna lie, I've used this as a lipstick because I really dig this color. But we'll just use we'll do black cherry, since that is what we put on our cheeks. Excuse me. Sorry, it's hard to talk when you're putting stuff on your lips. All right, now I like to go and kind of clean it up where you need to. Don't worry, that doesn't get left like that. Alright, so I need to put mascara on because I somehow forgot to do that. You ever get in that trap of like fixing something and then you overfix something and then you gotta fix something again, and it's like this never ending trap? I think they have, I don't know, 3 letters for it, maybe like OCD or something, I don't know. I might have that. Okay. This is Bad Gal Bang. Since a company called Mascara doesn't actually sell mascara. Yeah, hopefully we will. At some point. I almost poked myself in my eye when my dog barked. She scared me. I always forget to bring Q-tips to clean my eyes up when I inevitably get mascara on them. Right there. Oh well. Oh, what? Just dropped that. It's got all kinds of dog fur on it now. Sorry, I've got, you should see my setup. Like, I've got my ring light, I've got my phone and its little stand on the ring light, and then like wedged behind it, I have a little lighted mirror that I'm actually looking in because it's really hard to do your makeup in a phone screen. So I keep having to look down to make sure that I'm actually like in the phone screen still. And, you know, look at you guys. Because I have to remind myself, you guys aren't up there, you're down here. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Get one more in. Yeah. Well, I'll have to clean up where I got it all up there, but I don't know what that is. There we go. Okay, there we go. There is my hack and my inspo eye and all done. So hopefully, thank you, Jill. Hopefully you liked it, you learned something. If you have any questions, feel free to put them down there in the comments or send me a message. And thanks for hanging out with me. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.